What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. So checking in here on our 12 GPU rig. It's been running awesome. We've had very minimal issues with it, which has been great. And today we're going to go ahead and add some additional cooling to this. In addition to that, in a previous video, we had talked about the EVGA GTX 1060 6 gig card. We are running that now. We've gotten that up to what is that, 2305 there. Yeah, so doing pretty good on that card right there, mining Ethereum. I've been really happy with that. Finally, before we jump in, we're getting everything ready here to not only do our cooling for the renovations of the basement. We're going to be putting that in sooner than later because it is getting really warm here in Pennsylvania. It's about 70 degrees outside, and as the weeks go on, it's getting warmer and warmer. So I do want to get this in place to cool the basement down here sooner than later. I am getting this almost ready to go. We'll have this in a future video. If you guys haven't seen, I'll put a link in the upper right hand corner to a YouTube series that we're starting renovating the basement. One of the first things we're going to be doing is actually running this additional cable. This is a 10x2 250 foot 40 amp cable. If you guys caught that series, check it out in the upper right hand corner. I'll put a link to it. And we're going to be running a 30 amp 240 volt down here for the next few months until the renovations are over. So I went ahead and picked up these U clamps here, and we're going to go ahead and run those all along here, the cable, and all the way over into that corner. And then once it's, wow, that autofocus is awesome. Once it's into that corner, that will not autofocus. Wow, that is crazy. Sorry about that. Once we're into that corner, we're going to jump into the garage and get back to the panel there and have an electrician come out and go ahead and terminate everything. So we've gotten everything we need here for our cooling, ready to go in that regard. We've gotten everything we need here. Of course, giant bag of zip ties there, some filters, stuff like that. So we're definitely ready there in that regard. I'll keep you guys updated with that series. We should have a video next week with that when I have time to get that run. So let's not waste too much time. What are we doing today? Well, we got a little box in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this box. This came from the crew over at Misfits Mining. And check this out. I gave Chump Change so much shit that I wanted stickers. And look at that. Look how cool that sticker is. Those are sweet. So we got two of these. We'll definitely have to sticker these up. We got the Misfits Mining one. Very cool. I like it. All right, so we got a bunch of these. These are the GPU hangers. If you guys haven't seen these, I have plenty of previous videos. I actually have a 45-minute video going over how I built this entire setup from the ground up. And these are the hangers. Now, these hangers are a little bit different than these hangers. If you take a look here, you can see these hangers are very close here. Look how big these are. These are their universal hangers. So they originally were making hangers that were based off the spacing between. Now these hangers work on any baker's rack, metal racking. These actually seem to be quite a bit cleaner. Maybe he just gave me the good ones. I don't know. But we got quite a number of those in here right now, as you guys can see. These are all of our standoffs for our equipment. So we have 12 more of those, which is great. But here is what we're talking about today. You see these suckers right here? These are clips to go ahead and hang fans off of this to cool. So if you guys know, so here's my Veta frame, okay? My 6 GPU Veta frame, this is what I started with. You see the yellow, here, let me turn this around here. You see the yellow clips here, okay? These are the same thing, but they have a little hook on the top here to hook onto the metal rack. So let me go ahead and get a few of these out, and I'll show you guys exactly how they work. All right, so as you guys can see here, let's grab this one here. This is a corner piece. It's actually kind of cool. It has the Misfits Mining logo in the corner. And see, it kind of matches this corner piece here. So it's going to do the exact same thing, but you see how it has the clip in the top? it'll allow it to go ahead, and we're going to put this on the opposite side of this rack because I want to push the air through the cards. But as you can see, this is going to come over here and push and snap right into here. And then all the fans are going to hang right across here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shut down this rig. Hasn't been shut down in a while. Not a while. A while is like a few weeks here now for me. And we're going to work on the opposite side, and we're going to push the air through the entire rig and out this way. So let me go ahead first, and let's go ahead and jump actually over to the computer, and let's see what these are running at right now. Okay, so I'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, so jumping over to the computer, we're going to go ahead and get some temps here. This is a 12 GPU rig. If you guys haven't seen, we did a full build on this rig. I'll put a link in the upper right hand corner. It's a 45-minute long step-by-step build. It's really long, but I think it's super valuable, especially to new miners that haven't actually gotten into a larger mining rig setup. So this is our Ravencoin 12 GPU rig. So it does about 160 mega hash, and if we take a look, we can see our temps here. So 49, 44, 87, 46, 50, 52, 56, 41, 47, 56, 50, and 46. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, and then we're going to do the exact same thing after we go ahead and get our Delta fans in with our cooling fans, and we'll see exactly where we are. So let's go ahead and get these suckers installed. Okay guys, so traditionally, and that's what these clips are for, it's to handle 5 fans, as you can see. So I bought 2 sets of these hanging rack clips. As you guys can see here, we have the first set and the second set, because my goal is to span them across the entire thing. This is significantly larger than 5 fans, as we can see down here. So I got to kind of figure out what I want to do. I do have some additional fans in here as well. The ones that I'm installing are the up here fans. These are the 85 CFM fans that I used in my past build over here. So I have 2 sets of those. So we're going to go ahead and get them installed. So let me go ahead and get this built, and then we'll kind of take a look and see what we got, and we'll get this installed and see what type of temps we're getting. Okay, so we're making progress. Of course, you always do this twice. Like, I put them on the opposite side of the fans, so kind of forgetting the fact that, like, my air is going to be blowing that way, and this is going to clip on the back side of my rack. So if we take a look, guys, real quick. So this unit here is going to go on the opposite side. We'll put it on we'll spin this whole thing around in a minute. But if I go ahead and line this up here, if we put this here, okay, and then we run here, we could still fit two more on here. So every rack's different in size. So what I did was I actually I anticipated this, so I went ahead and bought a whole second pack. So I am going to have to, this is only for 5, so I'm going to have to snag 2 from here. This is the same set, and then this actually comes with a fan controller, and this is also an RGB controller. I believe one of these can handle significantly more than the 5. We'll have to take a look when we get into it. I believe from what I remember on this guy down here, yeah, there's some additional ports. So look, this whole side here is covered in the ports, and then it's got this whole side available, and here and here. So I think we'll be good to use one fan controller. So let me go ahead and get 2 of these disassembled, and we'll add them into that setup, and then we'll see how we make out. Okay, so I nabbed 2 fans off of here. That was within this gap here. You see these yellow clips and stuff, they're like exactly the same. And we went ahead and added them to our 5. So we're now at 7. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look how big that is. So if I go ahead and nab this, I'm going to try to take it from the middle here. One-handed here, folks. One-handed here. So this is what it's going to look like. Oh God, it's touching. So it's gonna, stop, the cable keeps hitting it there. And then we're gonna, oh God. And then we're gonna go over to there. But yeah, this is ridiculous. This looks awesome. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and power down our rig. We're gonna get some last temperature readings on it. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this installed. We gotta get our controller wired up. We gotta get power to our controller, which will then go ahead and power these. And then the controller actually plugs into the motherboard, into the CPU fan slot. So give me a few minutes, guys. We'll be back in just a second. So we got our rig powered down, cooled off. So the first thing I had to do is I bumped my cards a little bit forward. You know, originally they were all the way back to space everything out, but I'm gonna have to bump it forward in order to get some space, you know, to get some spacing here to get these clips in. And so we'll kind of respace things out once we're done. But we ran into our first snag. So when I go ahead and put our fans up here, they're literally like the length of this. So they go from like here all the way over. So I'm gonna have to take, so the challenge is I'm one fan too big. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove one set, and we'll try again here in just a second. So as you can see, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna remove our 7th and do 6. So let's go ahead and try that out. We have success. So first warning for anybody that does these, you really have to muscle these up. Like, they go in lightly, but then you really got to muscle it. And you're so afraid to break these. But they are pretty resilient, to be honest with you. Dude, tell me how good that looks with the red clips and also the red GPU hangers. That looks awesome. So I'm going to be that anal guy and measure on each side here to make sure it's even. So what we'll do is we can slide this back and forth as we need to in order to get it right in the middle. So it's going to blow, as you can see here, you know, like it's going to blow through. There will be on the outside here that isn't going to get the coverage. Something else I thought about, just because I'm that guy, is like, imagine if you did these. I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to put these and blow the air that way and then put something on this side. You get like crazy cross airflow. So we have these here. This will look nice. We'll put it here. It'll blow through. So like, it's similar like a Veta frame. Like, you have your fans on the back side and then you blow them through the cards. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. It's a shame you won't see this because it's going to be back against the wall, but they are RGB. So we will see them once we're all set up and good to go. So my next step now is I need to get my fan controller over here installed. I need to find a good home for this, somewhere along here most likely. And then I need to get all my cables down and neatly to it, you know, so that they're not getting in the way of anything here. I don't want it to be hitting any fans or anything like that. So that's going to take me a second. So let me get that in order. This is powered by SATA. So we'll get that set up and we'll be ready to go here soon. So I'll be back. Okay, so we've been getting everything cleaned up here. So I did the best we could. So each fan has 2 cables. There's your power cable for the fan and then an RGB cable. So as you can see, I took 3 of them, tied them together, and they come down and go into our controller here, as I talked about, 2 each. And then I did the same thing on this side, 3 that come down into this. So then what's left on here is we have a SATA cable, and then we just have our push button for our power cable. Then there's a final cable that goes directly into our motherboard, into the CPU slot here. So it's a little dark there, I do apologize. So I'm going to go ahead and get the SATA plugged in. I'm going to get this mounted. Probably use zip ties and zip tie this like to the back side of the rack somewhere out of the way. And then we're going to be ready to flip this around and do our first test. Alrighty guys, here's our moment of truth. See if everything comes on. First thing I'm going to do though is just check to make sure that we don't have any cables that are hitting any fans here, because we did move things around a little bit. So I just want to make sure that we're not going to have any fans that are going to start making that lovely noise. You guys know the noise I'm talking about right now. You all know it 100%. Let's look at this one real quick here. Yeah, that one I gotta move a tiny bit. Okay, so that should be better. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so I moved as much as I could there. We just want to make sure it works. So all of our power is plugged back in. I did mount this with a zip tie here and a zip tie here to that bar to kind of cradle it. Downside is, I mean, 2 cables for each of these. That's 12 cables total. Unfortunately, there isn't a great clean way to do this in an open rack, but the nice thing is it will be against the wall, so we won't see it entirely. So let's go ahead and get started and see how we do. So we're going to go ahead and turn these on. It's so weird doing this backwards here, like from the opposite way. I built everything so I could turn it on from that other side. So all of our HP power supplies are on. Let me come over here, make sure our ATX power supply is on, and then we need to go, I'm trying to do this like one-handed here and not drop the camera, and turn on our rig. Oh, wrong button. There we go. We are on. Oh yeah. Damn, look at that. I gotta get rid of those power cables, they're in the way. But that looks so good. That looks so good. And then we can come in here. Let's see here. Come in and we can change these. Ooh, the red. Oh my gosh, the red on red. Let's cycle through real quick. I want to see if I can find like an... Dude, that looks so good. Check that out, guys. Damn. That turned out really good. With those clips and everything. Turned out real good. Can I get to a solid... Look at that. Oh, it changes. Okay. Dude, these fans have so many RGB settings built in. I'm just trying to find one. Nice. There we go. There we go. Check that out. It's so much red. It looks good though. Gotta get longer power cables just so they're not in the way. But yeah, I mean, take a look at that right here. That's the money shot right there. Look at that. Red GPU hangers, red Delta fan cooling clips, and then the RGB. That looks so good. So good. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to move this rack back to exactly where it was before, and then we're going to let this run for 15 minutes, and I want to go ahead and then check and see what our temperature differences are. So give me 15 minutes to you guys is 2 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, we got our rack back in place now. I bumped it a little bit off the wall to make sure those fans are able to circulate some cooler air in there. You can definitely feel the air, like putting my hand right here, you can feel the air coming through the cards. So that'll be really, really nice. Talk about a wiring mess. But no, looks dang good, man. A lot of red there. A lot of red, but looks great. Matches our Hobbyist Miner logo. But other than that, yeah, I mean, fans turned out nice. It looks real, real good. So let's let this run for about 15 minutes, guys. And then I want to go ahead and take a look and see kind of what our temps are. All right, guys. So it's been quite a few minutes now, and I am not getting the results I expected. I think I am trapping some of this hot air that's in there. The way that this is designed on the back side of the rack. If I'll go ahead and throw up some of the numbers here, but our numbers are pretty significantly higher now. My first GPU 0 is up 2 degrees. GPU 2 is up 4 degrees. GPU 3 is up 5 degrees. GPU 4 here, which is 3, is up 2 degrees. Our next one is up, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 degrees. Holy crap. Our next one is up. The next one's actually down. That's our first good one. Oh no, it's about the same. 52. The next one is up 2 degrees. The next one is up 7 degrees. The next one is up 7 degrees. The next one is up for 7 degrees. The next one's up 4 degrees, and the last one is up 7 degrees. So, holy cow, we have not helped our situation. We've actually hurt it. So I'm going to go ahead and power this down. I'm going to put the fans on the opposite side, blowing the air outward, like on the front facing of the entire thing. So, not going to put you guys through the whole rigmarole. Let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. So, this is why on the channel our slogan is learning, growing, and mining. So we've gone ahead and swapped this. It was not as easy as just taking it off the back and putting it on the front. We had to take off all the clips, flip the fans, and put all the clips back on. In addition to that, these clips are insanely difficult to pop off. You think they'd just be like a boop, good. Nope, they are like full Hercules strength to get them off. So I flipped the fans so they're no longer on the back, they're now on the front. So they're going the same direction as the GPU fans themselves. It doesn't look as pretty, you know, we have our cables coming down the front here and cables coming down the front here. I thought about like, do I have a way to like put it up top here? But for right now, for our testing purposes, it's good. I mounted the fan controller down here. So we're gonna go ahead and let this run for 15 minutes and we're gonna see exactly how our temps are doing now. Alrighty guys, so it's actually been about an hour. I got tied up in a few things. And my computer's being a pain in the butt right now with capturing. So I thought I'd go ahead and round out the video. So after going ahead and taking a look at our cooling here, the way this is designed and the way we have it set up, we've dropped our temperatures on average about 5 degrees. It ranges between 5 and 7 degrees on all of our cards with the way this is laid out right now. So a huge win for us here. Spacing out the cards has been huge, and then creating almost this pull effect. You know, the air is coming this way, you know, and just everything's flowing this direction, which would be good. So if I was to put any type of cooling, air conditioning or anything like that, it would be on that side, and then it would go funnel through the entire setup, which would be awesome. If you guys are interested in these clips, okay, Misfit Mining clips or the GPU Hanger clips, I will put a link to their Discord. In their Discord, they actually have a channel dedicated to this, and they just have a PayPal link in there. You literally just go into the Discord, go into their GPU Risers chat, and then just click the PayPal, and bam, you just send the money and you're done. They already have the invoice set up and good to go. So please go ahead and check it out. Let me know your thoughts on these clips, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs down if you're like, nope, you suck. Which I know I don't. Come on now. You guys have been awesome to me recently. I do appreciate it. The channel has grown insane, guys. We are growing every day. Insane. That being said, if you stayed to the end of this video, I have a treat for you. I have decided, after posting it on YouTube into the community section, to go ahead and launch a hobbyist miner mining community Discord channel. So directly down below, we have a link to the new Discord. Is brand new. The channel, some of the channels have nothing in them so far regarding any content or any post. Please go over there and check it out. The link is down below. I would love your feedback. Other than that, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.